Hi there. Back again with another deck profile of a kind of fun deck. So this surprisingly have done a little better than I thought it would do. I'm really happy with this build for it. It's Magistus, just pure Magistus. Um, just really fun sort of rank 4, level 4 spellcaster spam deck that accesses a lot of mechanics, so fusion, synchro, xe, links. I kind of enjoy the way the deck functions and how unique it is as well when you play it. But apart from that, I'll just get into it and see what I use for it. So for Magistus monsters, I use triple Crowley. Um, just gotta use them really. You kind of max out on the Magistus monsters because you need them and you do want to see them in your opening hand. He sends a spellcaster from your hand to the grave. That's cost the special summon himself from your hand. Changes his attribute, which is actually really important. And he banishes them from grave to equip a Magistus from your grave to your Magistus on your field. That isn't a level 4. So you pretty much they don't equip main deck Magistus. They equip extra deck ones. And the extra deck Magistus have effects if they're equipped. And triple Zora. Zora's like one of your better extenders. You probably see Exorcisters use him. If he's equipped, he will summon a level 4 spellcaster from your hand or grave in defense mode, but their effects are negated. So yeah, just generally a good card. Triple Endymion. You can equip one from your X deck as well. That's just once per turn. Targets any Magistus. You can destroy a face-off spell trap in your spell and trap zone to draw a card and bottom deck cards. Again, pretty decent. He's a water, which is important as well. Leonia, she's your searcher. So she searches Magistus spell traps when she's normal special summoned. And you can banish her from grave and do the same thing as Crowley does, which is equip one. Which is very relevant. Well, she's very good. If you ever get like bad hands, a lot of times you'll summon her from deck with the XYZ version of her to unbrick your hand. So it is quite important. Then onto the engine that I run, which is triple juggler, 2 hat tricker, and 1 trick clown. That's a before mage engine. They're all level 4 spellcasters. They work very well with this engine. You send juggler or trick clown with Crowley. That's great. They both can do something. So Crowley basically summons for free in that context. Same sort of thing. You can do anything. You can search a trick clown, summon your trick clown from your hand. You end up just using them as extenders, and they're all level 4 spellcasters. Sometimes the effects as well come in use. They do have extra effects, which is really nice. One gigabyte. Just overall, you need him as part of a combo, really. I call him the MVP of the deck. He's a water type. He summons himself from your hand if you control spellcaster and monster. That's the relevant effect. That's pretty much it. And he's a reptile, so that's important. Triple Ash Blossom and triple Effect Veiler as hand traps. Just, you got space to put hand traps in here. Can't go wrong with Ash Blossom. You can't go wrong with Veiler. And then onto spells. Triple Trismegistus. Basically, the first time a Magistus would die that's equipped with something doesn't die by battle. So they get like 1 protection for battle. Then once per turn you can special level 4 spellcaster from your hand. Or the other effect, you can only use one of these effects per turn though. You send this to grave as cost, and you summon as many Magistus with different names as possible from your hand. So again, it's just an extender by itself, and it's continuous, so it just sits there, which is pretty nice. 2 desires, everything's more or less a 3 of, apart from the Trick Clown and the Gigabyte, which is the only sort of delicate parts of this, but it unbricks your hands a lot of the time, so if you lose out on some combo pieces, you can still more or less do the basics of the deck, which is all that matters. 2 Vitra, it's like a monster born for your main deck magistus and protection engrave for your spell trap magistus. Just really good card. I mean, you can't play with a monster born for a deck. Almighty Call by the Grave. Good card, why not? Derigi. This is good. It unbricks your hand. Also helps out with OTKing. Helps out with just a lot of scenarios. It's only a one-up though, because you can just dead draw it. Like, if you draw and you've already got stuff to equip from X deck, it doesn't matter. This equips one from your X deck face up field or your grave to one of your monsters. So I'll show you something interesting with that in a bit. Invocation. This is good. It's a fusion spell. There's only one fusion target for it, but it's a fusion spell for a spellcaster fusion monster. But if you're summoning a magistus fusion monster, you can use them in your spell and trap zone as well for fusion material. It's really cool, really gimmicky, and the fusion monster is a quick effect snatch deal. A lot of times you just equip it from your extra deck, not really summoning it. But this is an option where, example, it has won me a game before, where I fusion summoned on my first turn, passed with that Savage Dragon and my Synchro. So it generally is a good card. You do want it as a one-off still. Monster Born. It's just Monster Born. Extender, Foolish Burial. You've got Trick Clan, you've got Damage Juggler. Sending some of the Magistus to grave work as well. Like, has a lot of synergy with the deck. Triple Imperm. Again, another hand trap. You go first, you can set it as well, or you can just pass with it in your hand. You have to control no cards, so that's only like if you've not really got anything. I have done it before where I've drew evenlies or imperms and stuff like that, and I've just passed with nothing on my board, so I can just use them from my hand instead of setting them. It's safer that way. But that's the main deck. Next deck is one Bahamut Shark, and then of course with Bahamut, it's the one totally awesome. And then one King of the Feral Imps. That's why Gigabyte's in the deck, to get him. Because the idea is you overlay into this, you search Gigabyte, you summon the Gigabyte, you use Crowley to make him a water or Endymion to then summon this. This will then summon Totally Awesome. And then another two that I run, which is one Utopic Future and one Utopic Drago. And then you use the two dead XEs into this. And you've got a Monster Negate and an Omni Negate right there. And then you can usually get your Synchro out as well. So, yeah, but you only need one of each of those. One Totally, and then one Utopic or one Utopic Drago. The extra deck space is quite tight. Sometimes I wish I ran more of, like, the Willionia XE. One Glass Goddess. So what's cool about her as well, she's equipped. The equipped monster can attack twice during each battle phase. If she's equipped, she's like a MS, well, like not MC, but pop a Magistus and pop one of your opponent's cards. Or spell trap, sorry, not cards. So it's kind of nice in that regard, but the attack twice is the main thing. With this, you can attack twice with one of your monsters, one of your Magistus equipped with it. Then you can activate this, re-equip this to another one, and then attack twice with the new one. So it really helps with OTKing, honestly. But yeah, so you still need her as a one-off. She had spellcasters back from grave to hand, which is nice. On Melonia, she's your Unbreaker. I do wish I sometimes ran two of her. But really good. While she's equipped, she just once per turn, target effect monster negates effects. But when she summons, once per turn, you can touch one, summon one from your deck. That's being Magistus. But then you're locked into Magistus from your extra deck for the rest of that turn. But in that sense, you'll only go for your synchros. And then links is one access code, one Selene. I mean, it's a spellcaster deck, and if I'm going to run Selene, I'm going to run access code. Just an easy way of getting them out if I've got her. And access code, just like free win. The only unfortunate thing is I can only ever pop one with him, because I then run two Artemis, which is my only other link monsters, and they're all light types sometimes. But yeah, sometimes you like the idea of running three of this, but you just don't have the space. Two functions pretty well. You don't really need more than two. You can recycle them from your graveyards. It's not that bad. Three is just a comfy value, but then you can't fit in all the negates and extra stuff in your extra deck, unfortunately. It is very tight space the way I've made this. But yeah, she's your searcher. You definitely need at least 2 of her, though. If you ran 1 and then she got banished, you'd have no way of trying to follow up for next turns. Then 1 Savage. I mean, Zara is a Juno. Juno is easy to get out. You equip her to him, and you've got a negate. What's really cool, which is the next card, which is 1 Zara. So, he's your boss synchro. When he summons, he equips something from your extract to him. His passive effect, continuous effect, is that your opponent can't activate monster effects of the same card type as magistus spell traps. Like monster card match the spell traps in your spell trap zone. So if you have a fusion in your spell trap zone, your Artemis has equipped him, they can't use fusions and they can't use link monster effects. That's anywhere, not just on the field. So what's really cool about him is you'll summon him, let's say you equip your XYZ, they can't use XYZ monster effects now. If you summon a Savage and you equip an Artemis to Savage, they can't use link monster effects. Because it's still in your spell trap zone regardless of who's it equipped to. So he actually has a form of synergy with the deck, which is really cool. 1 Rayram, just another target. Rayram's effect's okay on field. His equipped effect stops him from being destroyed by spell traps. And if he's destroyed when he's synchro summoned, he destroys every card on the field. I believe it's every card your opponent's field. All face of cards your opponent controls. And then his other equipped effect is that start damage step he kills. The equipped monster kills any monster it battles, which is kind of nice. Makes it more hard for them to get over the synchro. And then the 1 fusion, which is usually equipped from extra because it makes your synchro 3/9. Just gives a K boost. But apart from that, yeah, pretty much it's just a really fun deck. Someone's really good. Negate monsters easy. Some people just see the deck and they're like, oh, I've not got any hand jobs. Do your worst. And then you end with your synchro. You're totally awesome and you're Topic Drago. Sometimes there's maybe 2 hand traps in your hand as well. And kind of takes people by surprise. And then they realize they can't activate any of their monster effects. So, like if you go against Scarecrow, you summon him and equip an Artemis to him. And they don't Kaiser you. There's no real way of them winning the game without their link monster effects. So it's just really sort of cool and interesting deck. So yeah, that was my profile on Magistus, though you don't see many Magistus deck profiles, but it is a really fun deck, and you know, if it's played well, I think it does pretty decent. And there's loads of different variants you could probably make up because it's level 4 spellcasters you can involve in it. Just have fun and experiment with it. I'm interested to see if there's any other variants I can find. So apart from that, thanks. I'll be going now. Bye.